Hello, good evening, everybody. It is not that everyone gets to score a total of 481 out of 500 possible. It is not everyone gets to score 96.2% in the aggregate. It is not that everybody becomes a school topper. But our guest this evening, Vandana Sabareesh, has done just that. She has recently cracked the Class 10 board examination of Tamil Nadu Board of Secondary Education, scoring a total of 481 marks out of possible 500, which works out to 96.2% the aggregate. And more importantly, she has been the school topper. And we'll spend some time talking to her, understanding the modalities involved in how she got to score so many number of marks, what was the procedure that she had followed, and also her future plans. Welcome to the show, Vandana.
Yes, thank you.
Well, we'll be now talking to you about, and first things first, heartiest congratulations to you on your great performance, scoring a good number of marks, being a school topper. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very proud.
Very proud. Did you have a chance to speak to your school teachers and your headmistress, the principal? What was their reaction?
They were so surprised because I had a competitor with me.
Were they happy at the performance or did they say you should have scored more marks?
Yes, they
They were
said, but they
happy.
were happy for it.
They were very happy.
Yes,
And what about your parents and grandparents? Were they happy?
they were really, really happy.
Very good. Now, let's try to understand how did you get this kind of a result? Now, are you a student who has been studying every day regularly, or are you a student who takes things casually and just before the exams, maybe a couple of months, you start preparing and you go for the exams? How is it?
No, I am a regular prepared.
You study every day
I
after
prepared
school?
for my exams regularly. Yes,
You mean you study every day at home? You spend how many hours of studies you did? How many hours of studies? How many hours did you study every day?
2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours. This is after the school.
Yes,
And before the examination,
before the examination, maybe if I have study holidays, I will spend the whole day.
how much? How many hours?
The whole day.
Whole day you study. My
Yes,
goodness, that's a long time. That's a long time of studies. So what is your favorite subject?
maths and science.
Maths and science. And how much did you score in maths and science?
In maths 94 and in science
In science,
99.
99.
99.
99. Oh, that's great.
Yes.
You fell short by just 1 mark in science and only 6 marks in mathematics.
Yes.
My goodness, that's excellent performance. Very nice performance. So now, what do you think you'll be doing in after class 11 and 12? What's your plan?
Um, I would like to study astrophysics.
Sorry,
Astrophysics.
astrophysics. Oh, that's interesting. Generally, people want to go into engineering or medical or become a doctor or become something else, but then you want to go into astrophysics
I would like to be unique.
like your grandfather, where you want to be a scientist,
No, I would like to be an astronaut actually.
be an astronaut,
Yes.
like Sunita Williams, and spend some time in the
Yes.
space. Very nice, very nice. Now, do you think you can cope up with that kind of pressure? Can you take that kind of a pressure, go into
Yes.
space and live there? Will you be able to take that kind of pressure going to the space?
Yes, I will take it as a challenge.
So, have you been following Sunita Williams' performance?
Yeah.
She was in space for 9 months recently.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yes.
Okay, apart from studies, are you also involved in any kind of other activities like sports, music, arts, and all?
music and some kinds of arts.
Music. What kind of music?
Carnatic vocal and Carnatic violin.
Violin.
Yes.
We have been training in violin for how many years?
In vocal 8 years and in violin 6 years.
Oh, that's very nice. Did you give any stage performance in all these 8 years?
Yeah, in group and as well as solo.
Group and solo. Very nice. How about
Yes.
vocal? How about
Excuse me?
vocal performance?
Yeah, vocal and violin. I have
Vocal
given
and violin.
group and solo.
So you're not involved in any sporting activity. You don't have any sports.
Maybe I would like badminton.
You like badminton. Very nice. Now, next year and in future years, you will become a senior now. Now, what would you like to tell your junior members, junior friends in school who would be appearing next year in class 10 board examination or subsequent years? What would you advise them?
Not to get stressed first because many people used to give them
Hmm.
a kind of pressure that and then take all the subjects easily. First
Hmm.
try to understand it and then apply it.
So your study has been a solo study or a group study or with an external help?
My father used to help me in maths. That was
Okay.
my only help.
Okay. So your father helped you in getting these things done. Very nice. So nice of him. And he's happy at your result.
Yes.
Very nice. So your message to the youngsters of tomorrow who will be appearing in the class 10 board and in next year and subsequent years, you want them to study regularly or study only during the examination times?
No, study regularly but with no stress.
Okay, very nice. And being astrophysics subject which you will be taking, what would you actually want to do with that? Why do you want that? What makes you interested in astrophysics?
Actually, I got motivation by seeing the stars and planets, doing to do researches in that, in planets and stars.
Okay. So are your parents nearby? Yes, welcome, Rish and Gauri. Welcome to the show, the proud parents of Vandana. So how do you feel for the last performance of Rish?
We were actually extremely delighted when we saw the painting. I mean, she more than our expectation.
And
More
did
than our
you
expectation.
okay,
We did not underestimate her.
you did
We
not
did not
expect that you would
underestimate
do
her,
so well.
but we were having some threshold value, but
Okay.
she has crossed the threshold much greater than yeah, very well.
How about the mother? She's smiling on So what has
Extremely,
been your
extremely happy,
contribution?
happy about her.
What has been your contribution in her success? How much did you help her?
So what is our contribution? He is asking.
See, my wife has sat with Vandana for many hours,
Okay.
particularly with social studies and
Exam
Tamil.
preparations, yeah.
Hmm.
With respect to maths, even before the school started previous year, in the month of May 2024, last year, I started one of the chapters in mathematics text in our mathematics textbook.
Okay.
So her classes did not start at that time.
Oh.
So I started slowly, one day, say half an hour or 1 hour, in
Hmm.
the summer vacation of the previous year.
Hmm.
So when the summer vacation finished, half of the chapter or one chapter I had already completed before the
Okay.
school
Right.
started. Before the school started,
Hmm.
one chapter was already completed in her maths textbook.
Okay.
Then last year, when we were out for some shopping, I happened to see one question paper book having 5 years or 4 years old question papers.
Question paper. So,
Uh, yeah, so I saw the book in one of the shops.
hmm.
Actually, I was not thinking about it, but the moment I saw that book, immediately I purchased it. Immediately I purchased it. So
Hmm.
at the time she was not understanding. At the time she was thinking why I am buying this book
Okay.
now itself. That is
Hmm. Hmm.
because
Hmm.
1 year time is there. Why?
Hmm.
But then later she understood as the preparations progressed.
Hmm.
So I used to conduct small tests, 30-mark tests, 40
Okay.
mark tests,
Hmm.
30 minutes, 45 minutes test, which he used to write in the house on
Okay.
Sundays or holiday time.
Hmm.
Uh, and with respect to social and Tamil, she used to tell her mother whatever she
Okay.
reads because it had some memorizing part.
Hmm.
So those memorizing part portions, she used to tell her mother.
Okay.
So Gauri used to even spend time while cooking. So when cooking is happening in kitchen, there will be some 10-15 minutes gap. So in the
Hmm.
10-15 minutes gap, she will just come to one chair and then they sit and
Hmm.
then they will read uh, so this is how the preparations were going on.
So there has been a clear planning in making her succeed the way she has succeeded.
Yeah, yeah,
That's really very
yeah.
nice.
Planning is important.
Absolutely.
Actually, in ninth standard, her social marks were not very good.
Okay.
Then I used to tell her that, but ninth standard she was also loaded with other extracurricular activities.
Okay. Hmm.
So she didn't get sufficient time to prepare for social studies.
Examination. Okay.
Other subjects she got decent marks in ninth
Hmm.
standard.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So, frankly speaking, we were worried much about social.
Okay.
So, in the last summer time, rather than maths, science, or Tamil, I
Hmm.
used to tell her, "Don't worry about maths, science, and Tamil. You spend more time on social studies." That is what I told her in the last summer also.
Very nice. It's a very, very clear cut planning to see that she succeeds, that she has already really done well. Absolutely. Very nice. This is a contribution
Yeah,
of parents. Parents need to take a lot of interest in students. That's very, very important. So that's very nice. So she wants to become an astrophysics, as she said. So kindly see that she becomes an astronaut and follows Sunita Williams' lifestyle. So thank you very much for joining us. You have any
thank
message
you.
for
Thanks
the
for
other
inviting us
students?
and thanks for inviting my daughter. We did not expect this
Absolutely.
actually.
It's our pleasure to have her on the show. A great performer. Thank you, Vandana. Thank you, Dori and Sabrish, for spending time with us. We will be uploading
Thanks
this
a lot.
interview in
We are
YouTube
very
and
happy
give the
to.
link to you.
Yeah,
Share the link as widely
yeah.
as possible.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
Yeah.
very much.
Thank you.